Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. Tonight we're going to be welding a few things, hopefully. I'm going to start off with this Evo airbox, just mainly because it's some known settings that I know are good for the EMF. Oh, we kind of sound like we're in a bathtub, which might be a problem. Let me just try this. So basically tonight, my computer here didn't want to play anymore. And now I'm trying to use my personal laptop, not a work machine. So, okay, I see what's going on here. Alright, so it's probably just going to be a troubleshooting stream to start with. I apologise. So what we've got going on is maybe a cable problem. So basically my laptop doesn't have a microphone port on it, is what I'm dealing with right now. So if I just jump into here, we can try this. Test, test, test. Sound and microphone. So that is better. Test, test. Okay. USB 2 microphone. What microphone is that? Test, test, test. And test, test, test. Chris is here. Welcome, Chris. Right now we're trying to figure out why it sounds like I'm in a bathtub. So it should be this microphone, but I don't think. Test, 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 test. I don't think this microphone is accurate. But it's not that microphone. And this microphone. So this microphone is doing something, but I don't know what microphone it is. Is it? It's not this microphone. It's not this microphone. Test, 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 test. Okay, so the best bet is probably this microphone. Test, test, test. I'm too laggy to know. Yeah, so it might just be a echoey stream tonight. I'll need to, I think I need to buy a cable or something to make this work, assuming everything else works as we stream tonight. So I'm going to be using a microphone away from me, not the one that I'm wearing. Let me just test the welding screen. So that should be okay. That should be okay. So let me just jump back in here and I could just smell coolant then. I thought my welder was leaking. Let's jump in here and look at properties. And microphone. This, yeah, I'm gonna have to do more research. I cannot figure that out right now, but we've got audio. It's not great, but it's doing the job. Cool. All right, so here we are. So test number one with the I want to say new computer, but it's a backup computer. I have managed to get all the cameras working, which is fantastic. So let's try welding. I have done a couple of quick welding tests to see if the computer would just explode. It did not, so we should be right to actually stream some welding tonight. So basically, I tried to stream on Friday and I could not get the stream to broadcast. I had issues with audio. I had issues with the codec, like the output of the stream. And the only thing that I can think of is that the computer that I was using, there's something wrong with it, I'm assuming. It was using high CPU, etc. I've no idea. So the main problem I thought I had was that the graphics card wasn't good enough. So today we're trying with my laptop, and if this works, it will be a better computer to use for getting, I guess, mobile with the stream around the shop. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. I'm just trying to go live, and it's such a pain in the butt. Morning, Daniel. Welcome to the stream. So I have moved the welding table around a little bit. I have tried to get it out of the thoroughfare here, so things are a little bit different, which is what sort of spawned the this move around. I think it probably looks all the same to you guys, but yeah, it has been a palaver. But this will be the welding test. So in advance, if the stream shuts down, I apologize. I don't think it'll come back if it does. I think that we should be broadcasting a much better picture quality than I have been previously. If you guys could let me know if it looks better at all. It's probably getting compressed to all crap, but for me, on my end, it looks substantially better. So we're at a little over 7 litres a minute here. Getting ready to leave for the clinic. Hopefully everything's okay. You're in, Daniel. looks awesome, the best yet. So yeah, so I've got the graphics card encoding the output picture. So I didn't spend too much time in the background to be able to monitor it at all. But the picture that I'm looking at looks phenomenal compared to previous streams. But we're going to dive into a weld now, and I have no idea what's going to happen. Absolutely no idea. Well, what we'll do first is we'll get the right settings on the machine. I'm still in the settings from when we welded fittings on Thursday. So we'll just jump up to profile number 1 here. I think you guys can see that okay. The camera and everything is not in the right spot, but we're just really just making it happen. And I apologize for the audio, man, it sounds terrible. I will endeavour to find a solution for that. I'm actually not watching a broadcast either. I should be. Let me just get one up on the screen here. So we have 0 sound on the welding screen. Is that what's happening for you guys? Let me see if I can fix that. Device. Okay, I don't know if sound will come through from that, but if we pull the audio down, there we go. Okay, I don't know what microphone it's using for welding sound now, but there will be something. Okay, we are we're just hodgepodging it. We're getting it done. Daniel, thank you for liking the stream. Everything's fine, you're in. Used to have a bad habit. Claim 7 years. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Hope everything goes well for you today, anyway. Okay, we definitely had sound that time. Looks like we've kept picture okay as well. We might be in business now, guys. We might actually be in business now, which is remarkable. Not too bad of a weld. So this one's tricky because of this really thin panel across the top. The audio, I'm on a 45-second delay. Like that, when that audio comes in, it's atrocious. I apologize. Anyone new here? I apologize for the shitty audio. I will get it sorted. It's just going to be like this for tonight. Seems to be like it levels out or it picks up or something. But anyway, let's just ignore it. So that looks good. Happy with that weld. Really nice one to do while the part's cold. I used to lay the part this way and put a chill block on this side, but I like this method with popping a chill block up here. It's super quick, super easy, and super comfortable. It's just a really good height to weld at as well. That's a nice little method that we've discovered here. We'll pop a chill block on this one and just run around the bottom here. Do need to get a couple of tacks. This panel here, the tack hasn't taken on that other side there. Where are you guys looking? Over here. It's tacked these two panels, not this one. So we'll just make sure we button that all up and then get around him. everything looks like it's working. I feel like we've taken 5 steps backwards starting with a new computer or introducing another computer, but I'm actually so surprised that we are running a 4-camera setup off of a laptop. That is amazing. If we can sort that, I never would have imagined that connecting a microphone would have been the hardest thing to figure out. But we will get there. Getting some nice welds. Very interested to know if there's any flickering or anything weird going on with the welding side of the stream. But this laptop has a, I think a 1080 in it, like a decent graphics card, or decent for a few years ago at least. And I think that's the big difference. So we'll just go up this vertical and then we're done. And I really want to continue on with the fittings where we left off on the last stream, but I wasn't sure we would even make it this far tonight. And chop it up there really nicely as well. Looks bloody fantastic. Nice little, I love these, like they're just a nice little easy weld, really good warm-up product to be, one, to be productive, and two, you know, just to get your eye in on some nice easy straight welds. I do try and keep these you know, just off to the side and try and weld them before a welding session. Weld one before a welding session. This is the last one I've got at the moment though. Yeah, that turned out really good. You can see the penetration on the inside also. If I put it down and move the camera, it might be better. So going down here, and across the top there. So the top probably a bit hot, but given that thin panel there, there's not a lot of room, nowhere really for the heat to go, is what I'm trying to say. And then down the bottom there, just beautiful, beautiful consistent penetration on that. Using straight current, no pulse, and then really nice welds on the other side there. Cool. So this was the easy one as far as the electronics of the stream goes. They were some really well-known settings that don't disrupt too much stuff. Now we're going to stress the screen a little bit, and I really don't want to destroy my laptop. I don't think I will. That's the thought that's in the back of my head here. So I'm just putting the keyway. I've got a little. I've got my position on my rotary table stuck to my bench on the other side. Just put a little keyway here. A key in that goes in this keyway on the back of my little plate, and a Lazy Susan bearing there to help it spin around. One thing I have not done though, which is a bit of a pain, is I have not plugged in the positioner yet. And hopefully I can pull this TV back. No, I cannot pull this TV back. Try and do it as, trying to burn my face on that. Try and do it as gracefully as possible. I can half see the PowerPoint. Okay, we have that done. That will never go back in the same spot. And crawl under the desk and get this done. So two things I'm thinking about building for myself. One is a welding cart, and the other is like a backing board for my welding table that I can put the electronics for the positioner and all my AN fittings and stuff, so they're just accessible all the time. At the moment they're way back there. I've pulled the tubs out already though. But the other day I did some custom mods to my skateboard, and it really made me think that I'd like to do more, like around the shop, make some custom parts. Also upstairs I made a whole bunch of like little shelves. So the let me jump into this screen. So these, I don't know if you can see, you can't see because the chat thing's in the way. You can see the boards hanging up there. So they're my like my spoil boards for the CNC machine, and they all have an offcut. So I designed some little shelves, and I made an angle grinder stand and whatnot from all those offcuts. And yeah, really made me want to make a whole bunch of custom. I like to make custom everything for the shop actually. Hard to find the time, but yeah, it might be worth doing that. Just thinking like making a stainless steel cart for the welder might be a nice little thing to do for the stream as well. Really, I'm just talking while I kill time to get this shit organised. Send me a pic of a project you've been working on. Thank you very much. I will. I'll have a look after the stream. There's a. Let's jump into this screen. I did mean to hassle you over the weekend because I remember asking you for a picture on Thursday's stream. But I just when I come into this shop, two things happen. One, time just doesn't exist anymore. I come in at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then before you know it, it's time to stream, and then before you know it, it's time to go. And the other thing is I just like tear through here like Tassie Devil every day. I'm just on all the time. All right, can I hit that? No, I can't. God damn it. Yeah, super keen to see your project. It's awesome. Which one's going to make it spin? That one. And let's do that. It's spinning the right way. Yes, yes. Yeah, I'd love to get all those switches and dials up here. That's the goal. So we'll work on that over time. So close to getting on top of things with the products. I'm a little bit behind on my custom work, but getting close. Getting close. All right, so on these, we're going to jump into the machine settings. I hope that the microphone keeps working on this screen too. There's a delay. I'll just keep talking as if everything's fine. Let's jump into profile number 2 here. So auto, pre-flow and post-flow. Why do we have a light reflection on that? That's I've moved the backlight that's lighting the shop behind me. That's what it is. Problem for another day. No pulse on this one. We are using Optima wave instead of square wave. We're on 80 hertz. I found that I had to drop the hertz right down, the frequency right down for the Optima. But I really like the way that it works on these fitting worlds. And negative 33 on the AC balance seems to be the magic number on everything AC for me. Jump back into this screen here. Yeah, it's a fine line, Daniel, I think, between I call it quality of life work. So I try and take an hour every day inside the shop to either move something around or clean something up. Which I call that my quality of life time. So I try and make the shop better. But some days I could do it all day long. It is a massive time suck, and I think long-term the improvements do make a difference, but truth be told, I could probably take a month off and move this whole shop around, trying to find that perfect balance of workflow. But yeah, I don't think there's anything better than setting up your space and making it nice for yourself. It's definitely time well spent, in my opinion. Why did I think this was spinning the right direction? Because I was looking at it in the TV screen, not in real life. That's better. And it's spinning the wrong way on the screen there, but it's right in real life. It's crazy. No? Something is working. Okay. I think the stream is back. We timed out. I completely lost audio. We timed out. Let me... No, my camera is completely missing. So we're using audio, but we don't... I think I'm going to break something doing this. We'll see what happens. Here it is. We're semi-back anyway. So the stream timed out. I lost audio. Yes, we lost the camera completely because it's washed out like all buggery. Let's see if I can fix this. We'll just adjust the exposure here. Yes, okay, good enough. It oh, let's see. Can we get in here and put it back to 1080? No, camera's turned off. No, camera's good. Close. What is that? Custom. Camera off, camera on, 1080. Please work for me. Okay, got that back. So I did hear the USB cycle. On the old computer, it was always the Stream Deck. Right then, it was evidently the camera that we're using for audio, which is a problem. I did talk a whole bunch of crap before I realized. I'm not going to go back through it again. Basically, we're welding fittings on. Is the very, very short version. I apologize for the technical difficulties tonight. It's you know, we're sort of starting from scratch, sort of not, but we'll figure it out as time goes on. I am super happy with how the stream is going overall, so we'll definitely invest the time to try and get this computer to work. I don't know what is going on over there, but we'll figure that out. I'll just move me over a little bit. And let's get back in here. We should still have audio through the screens, but yeah, I just have to be mindful. Actually, I'll just check that that camera is doing a power cycle every time it... Yes, it is. No, that's the wrong camera. This one, are we power cycling? Yes, we are. All right, so we should be good. This camera here is fine. Man, the picture quality looks really good. I'm really happy with that. Okay, let's see if we can continue to weld. Okay, looks like everything stayed good. So welding at 80 hertz, which is what we're doing right now. With the old computer setup was a bit touch and go. So I really think that this is the test to see if this new computer is going to replace the old computer, which is just the EMF. Seems like the lower frequency is there's a lot more current flying through the air, is all I can assume. That wasn't very nice. Sorry about that. Okay, that was a really nice weld there. Oh, good. I apologise, Chris. It almost blew my eardrum out there. It looks really, really good. So I got this one. This one we made quite a while ago, and I didn't actually need it for the last batch. Popped it back in the box while we were waiting to build the ones that we're making now, and I just popped the tape on them just to make sure I didn't throw the jig on top of it or anything like that. Haven't welded the dash 6 on the bottom yet, which we'll do tonight. The stream, so using the new streaming software as well, and it actually managed to do a recycle or a restart, so that's good too. It wasn't doing that previously, it would just kill the stream. So I do think the hardware was a lot of my problems, but we will see. Hopefully these are spaced far enough apart to get through with the gas lens. It looks like they are. I have ordered the long ones now, so keen for those to arrive. And, I'm sure that will solve my problems. Okay, got an interesting problem with my Stream Deck. It has moved an icon over to another part of the device and is not responding. Very weird. Got a nice weld though, which is a good thing. Let's see if I can do a restart on it. I can use the mouse, like it's not the end of the world. No, resetting it came good, so that's good. It's like day one. Oh, it's not quite as bad as day one, but it's definitely back to teething issues. I still fantasize about the day where I can just stream without having to worry about things, but I don't know if that will ever be a real life thing. Absolutely beautiful going around there. Really happy with that. This guy here. Really nice that the torch fits through. I do just have to do a slight maneuver to get through there. And last one here, and we'll get these -6s done. Yes, everything's still good. Another one. I really love this setup with the Optima Wave and the 1.6mm filler doing these fittings. I'm just really happy with the way that goes, as opposed to using the 2.4mm filler that we were using previously. Just really nice. It was good. Everything on this stream, it's been really good to spend that time to figure out these little better ways of doing things. And I think for me, a lot of it comes from the talking about it while I'm doing it as well, and the pressure of being live on the internet. but I could not be happy with how things are going right now. I'm just making sure I've got enough room for the back of this to get around. Many a time I start welding and then we get caught up on something on the welding bench. I do it more often than you probably think. These little ones are really nice too, really quick and fun to do. So I'm using 2 foot pedals right now. So I'm using one to control the amperage of the machine and the other one to pulse the welding table. I used to do this, I think I've said in the past that I never used to sit down when I welded, and I used to do this, this 2 foot shuffle standing up. And man, it's so much easier to do sitting down. I mean, I know that's not rocket science, but really comfortable to do sitting down. Tap dancing, yeah. I always just call it the 2 foot shuffle, but yeah. Yeah, sort of tap dancing. I really like it though. It gives me like complete control rather than trying to set the speed, which this thing has terrible speed control. It's just a cheap positioner. But yeah, getting into the habit of controlling, you can see it's got a little bit of a wobble in it, and that's because of that keyway situation. But it's absolutely fine for what we're doing right here. Was definitely a lot harder with the Token Tools machine. That foot pedal was a good 3 inches off the ground before the actual pedal started. A lot easier. This Kempe foot pedal is virtually touching the ground. It is what, like ½ inch off the ground at the heel. I do really like that I took the time to build it into the table. I used to have it on like a rolling cart. Handy, definitely handy to you know, to have it movable. But since this is all I do, you know, this is a great solution for this. Keeps everything. I'm just always welding in the same location. Super handy, and the actual machine is only magneted to the bottom of the bench there. really good. Man, we're getting really good picture quality tonight. I'm really happy with that. Really happy. Just wish it didn't sound like we were letting water out of the bathtub every time we turn that camera back on. But we'll fix it. It'll be fine. It's really hard for me to not want to solve the problem instantly. Look how nice those welds look as they roll around too. Yeah, that looks good. It's fantastic. That one looks really good too. It's really good. Excellent. Well, I mean, it does make sense to do a few more. I have no idea how long we've been going because we had that restart. It's reset the timer. But what's the time? It's just going 7 o'clock, so I'll try and just get these 3 other 2 tanks done. They are identical, just a little bit longer, essentially identical. Just get these other 3 tanks out the way. I just am walking off talking because I'm just so used to being able to walk around with the microphone, completely not realizing that the microphone is fixed to the bench as well. It's just like so much to think about. 66 minutes. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, we can use these fittings on this as well. Let me get you up here. For my count, my on-screen counter says 24 minutes, which is the only reference to how long I've been streaming for. And I didn't look at the time when we started at all. Absolutely brilliant. I did introduce a little bit of contaminants there. I had a really bad filler rod angle when I first started that. This tank, I've already put the other ones away, but this tank is about an inch or an inch and a half taller, and I hadn't bought my filler arm up to match these new tanks. These are all getting powder coated. It wasn't introducing contaminants. Let me show you actually. So it's just right where we started, which is also where we ended, coincidentally. I don't know, yeah, you can see it just there, the little spots in it. So managed to bubble them right up to the surface. But this kind of weld, you know, or that kind of penetration or contamination is the word I'm looking for. You know, won't cause a problem to this part in that location at all. It's part of life. Obviously, it's not an aerospace part. It's not structural or anything like that. And the contamination didn't come from the inside out. It was the outside just floating on the top. Whatevs. I keep saying that this is real life. These are just the things that happen. We get to make a choice if I grind it out and weld over the top or not. And you've all seen my choice. That camera just timed out, but it's all good. G'day Mark, welcome to the stream. G'day Mark, welcome to the stream. You will hear me from inside a bathtub say it twice, but just 4 dabs too short on that piece of filler there, unfortunately. I think if I had my regular gloves, I would have been able to get it, but I have to stop these bits of filler at about 2.5 inches right now. It gets too hot, unfortunately. Looks really good. Looks really good there. We'll continue on with the next one. one. Let's go back from the first one. Should be somewhere around there. These are really nicely spaced apart here, so nice and easy to get that gas lens through there. Still haven't turned off that stupid bedding thing. I apologise for that. Higher hertz. So I'm on 80 hertz at the moment with a on the Optima wave. I find that if I turn the hertz up on the Optima setting, the arc is super unstable. But I actually really like this setting for these fittings. I used to use the whatever it is, the mix setting for these, and get pretty good results. But in my last shop, I had some power issues, like felt a little bit like inconsistent power, I guess I'd say. Yeah, this is a good little setting. It does sound a bit slow and doughy being 80 hertz, but all right, one to go there. And then we got the dash sixes on the bottom. We do the dash sixes on the bottom. Mark, I'm happy to crank the frequency up if you've got a suggestion. That'd be awesome. Yeah, definitely. There is a video up on my channel where I go into depth about the mix setting, but I'll run through it now for sure. Just make sure we got enough clearance for the butt of this tank to cruise around here. So the mix setting on this machine is, let me jump into my mix profile here. So it basically flips between AC and DC. It's for welding thick to thin aluminium. So what's the best way to describe it? So basically on the cleaning cycle, it goes to DC mode. We'll weld this fitting on with it actually, and I'll show you. It's probably not as easy to understand through. It's audibly very different, but probably won't sound very good on this stream. So basically, we've got all the same settings. So we've got our waveform here, which will keep on square wave. All these settings are things that I've used in the past that have worked well for me. So I'll just up this AC balance to 33 since we've been having great success with 33. So in here, the arrow here, I think you can see that. So the arrow is the machine's preferred settings or the estimated settings. Cruising, we'll do it all. Actually, we'll do it all stock. I think it doesn't really matter. So the cycle time is basically the pulse time. So if you think of it like a pulse setting is the best way to describe it. Actually, now that we're here, just on the cycle of the pulse, we're in DC instead of flicking between AC. I just feel like just babbling. We'll just get this gas up to auto. I'll weld one and we'll come back and talk about it. So the mix setting, I think, is perfect for if you've got if you're doing a 6mm to a 2mm join. I've also used it for welding 10mm aluminium. I think it puts a fair bit more heat in. So I actually did it was like a fascia bracket. It didn't actually have any structural. It wasn't a structural part, but I used the mix setting to do some 10mm plate. And it actually worked really, really well in that scenario to pump a whole bunch more heat into the part for being such a low amperage machine. But I'll weld this one right now on that mix setting that we just set up, which is all the factory settings bar the waveform, frequency and balance I've set myself. And just if you can, have a listen, even though it sounds like we're in a tank. But you'll hear it go from AC to DC as it pulses. Yeah, it definitely does increase the heat for me, and it's part of the pulse setting. It's in some instances it's a little bit easier to control, but the heat just gets out of control, especially on a situation like this. The video that I've got, I think I've done a couple, but I've done one where I've gone thin to thin and thin to thick, and I probably explain it better there because I pre-thought before I spoke rather than tonight. But on the setting side of it, but if you've got the same machine or a machine that has this setting, I would go to, for sure, for thicker aluminium. This is a 235 amp machine. Let's have a suss here. So aluminium here. So this machine will, you know, it thinks it can do 10 mil thick. Let's go down here. So we just go full auto on it. Yeah, I think that's how we landed here in the first place. So if we go over here, do we do it here? Where do we pick mix mode? Here. So current mode into mix, from AC to mix. So these are the factory default settings for 10 mil. For all, it just defaults to this every time. But yeah, give it a try. Like it's really weird when you first start using it. But the only way to learn is to play with it, of course. But I'll go back to profile number 2. Mix setting is a 320 Unimig. Chris could probably offer you way more advice on that machine than I could. I have 0 Unimig experience. But yeah, you 10 mil on that machine, you'd be no problems at all. But yeah, really good cleaning action with the mix setting. But yeah, definitely just give it a go. I've got a sump that I'll be welding in the next week or two, and we'll be doing that. I actually really want to do that on stream, but we'll be welding that on the mix setting, which will be a good night to really have a deep dive into the mix setting. Can't tell you when that's going to happen though, but you've just subscribed. I really appreciate the subscription. I stream usually Tuesday to Friday. We're just testing a new computer tonight. But yeah, when it goes up, I'll probably title it something like AC or mix setting or something. It'll definitely say sump in the title. But the videos stay up on YouTube. I don't delete them. Sometimes I unlist them or private them. Unlist them, not private them. So they're just not in the feed, but you can go into the stream folder and find them. Yeah, a lot of content on there if you're looking, but the videos, I haven't done anything with the mix setting on stream. But yeah, in the videos, have a suss. But yeah, budget, but really rate it. I mean, we've discussed it numerous times on this stream. The cost of the machine doesn't mean shit. Really, like it's all seat time. I believe it's all seat time, unless you're doing something where the machine actually has a feature that helps the specific application. Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with Unimig at all, man. Nothing wrong with them at all. G'day Aaron, welcome to the stream. Absolutely, Unimig. I mean, I have no hands-on experience with Unimig, but I have had Token Tools machine. I have had a Allmax machine. I definitely want to get a Unimig. I'd love to just get a Razor because I get so many questions about them, troubleshooting questions, and I just don't have the experience to answer them. And that's only because I don't understand the scale of the AC balance or anything like that. It's you know, when people reach out wanting info. I'm sure there's plenty of info out there, but I do get a lot of people reach out asking questions. I guess it's because I'm here doing this. I have no idea. But yeah, great machines. It's just time, seat time. I think like the weld tool we're doing here, I was doing this or better with my Token Tools machine. I really rate that machine. I only bought this Kempe machine because I thought getting a better machine would be better for the business. But I'm not convinced until, you know, like 10 years have passed or something and this machine is still running well. It's hard to know if it's worth the expense or not. It's a great power source, but yeah, I don't have a need for a lot of its features. Yeah, a lot of people rate them really highly. Okay, we've just lost the camera. I thought we might have. I had a few misstarts there. Okay, the stream has restarted. We're having some technical difficulties tonight. It's a new computer. I'm just gonna roll through the standby screen and see if I can get this camera to reboot. Okay, that one came back, all good, that's fantastic. And we've done the thing. Fourth machine, hasn't missed a beat except one you dropped off scaffolding. That'll do it, man, that'll do it for sure. The Unimig Quick Connect gas fitting fits the Kempe. Quick Connect gas fitting. The screw-on fitting on the front, is that what you're saying, Aaron? Screws onto this machine? Quick Connect gas fitting. Yeah, it's a screw-on fitting, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. I've converted mine to a DINS connector. Got a spare razor if I want to borrow it. I appreciate that, man. I really have a hard time with favours. So I'm in Brendale, but I would never accept anyway. Bottle to machine. Oh, on the back of the machine. I gotcha. I was thinking on the front because I've added my own to it. Yeah, on the back. I totally got you. I can probably show you what I've done here. So on the front of mine, I have just made this. I know the lighting's terrible here, but I've made this like little patch cable. So from the front of the machine, just made this 3D printed this little contraption to hold the argon, the gas line, and then just a DINS connector there to run the CK20 torch. That's what I thought you were talking about, because I'd love to get a hold of more of these screw-on fittings to be able to make some of these patch cables. I have had some people ask for them, but they're expensive or impossible or hard to get. But yeah, that's something I'd like to go through at some point. I'd like to extend that actually and make a better situation, but it's doing the job for now. Yeah, the razor or the Everlast or whatever machine, SWS is the one that I've actually been thinking about. I do wonder, especially doing job shop work, like if you're doing AC and DC work, having two cheap machines I think might be a better option than getting one expensive machine. In a business like this, depending on what you're doing with life, like it's a tax write-off anyway, so it's hard, but to decide, I guess, especially the price of machines right now. But I don't think an expensive machine makes you a better welder by any means. But the Kempy seems like a great power source. I'm super curious to see how you go with the Fronius machine as well. I think that'll be a lot of fun to play with. But we are done for the welding portion of tonight. Really, tonight was a bonus stream. I normally don't stream on Mondays. Basically, where are you guys? Right here, the computer that I usually use to stream with is just not cooperating anymore, so I've bought my laptop from home, and tonight was really just a live test to see if the laptop was going to be suitable to use as a streaming machine. Turns out that it's not too bad. It looks like there's some teething problems that we need to get through, but we're here. It's working. We've got shitty audio, but I'll endeavour to fix that for future streams. You only use CK gear. Yeah, the gas cooled torch, which would still have the screw on it. Yeah, I think Hampton can get them. Basically, like thinking about making it as a commercial product, but yeah, appreciate that, man. Definitely, the only way that I can do it at the moment is to buy a whole torch or a whole torch cable. But yeah, making a little patch loom is or a little patch attachment for the DINS connectors for the CK. It's just so much easier if your machine's a DINS machine. All my old torches are DINS connectors, but this CK torch has been excellent. There's been no need to swap between torches at all. But I appreciate that, yeah. They are some serious welders, absolutely. Even the Unimig is a good bit of kit with the 3-phase. Oh yeah, very good stuff. Alright guys, well that is time up for me. I am so happy to see you guys here tonight. I really appreciate you taking the time to jump into the stream and say g'day. I'll be back tomorrow night for another welding stream. I've got an R34 catch can that needs to be welded, and I cut 6 more R33 catch cans today and a whole bunch of JZA80 catch cans, super catch cans, which I really love welding those. But we'll have something cool to weld tomorrow. I'd love to see you guys come back and have a chat. Chris, thank you so much for jumping in and spending the evening with me. Really appreciate it, as always. Wasn't super exciting tonight. It was really just troubleshooting, so I apologize for the shitty audio and just the way the whole stream ran, but we'll get better. We'll get better as time goes on. And for anyone who watches the VOD after this stream was live, thank you for clicking on the video and spending a bit of time out of your day seeing what I got going on. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube. We are on the way to 1,000 subscribers. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, that's going to open up some advertising opportunities through YouTube that will let me push this stream out to more people. So right now, your subscriptions mean a lot to me. I really appreciate it. And if you see this and you haven't subscribed, hit that little subscribe button. It really helps me out right now. That's it. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for spending the evening with me, everyone. And I will see you all tomorrow.